Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Earlier today, Youth and Sports Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba was at NYS headquarters in Nairobi. And Ababu made it very clear that he'll make sure every year NYS recruits 20,000 youths. And that was very interesting because the same government has been saying it's broke. And in the recent days, that same government has been trying to find for new tax avenues. So I don't know whether that's a new tax avenue the government has just identified or discovered. Yes. Before we dig deep into that story, I want us to have a look at a video of Ababu Namwamba during that occasion. A video that has really been trending, and Kenyans have varied opinion on that video. Have a look at this.
And I hope Madam DG allows a tip. No. You don't allow a tip. It's part of the discipline. Amazing. Being here is already like that. Thank you.
Yes. Even before dissecting that short clip, let me say this. During that occasion, Ababu Namwamba promised that every year he'll make sure 20,000 youths are recruited to join NYS. And we know all along, it has been voluntary. If you want to join NYS, you join it without any person or anybody forcing you to join NYS. So I don't know whether the government will be forcing the youth to join NYS or not. I don't know that. And then it's also very interesting because the same government has been saying it's broke. Yes, it has been saying it's broke. And we have also seen the same government trying to expand its tax avenues. So I just don't know whether this is another tax avenue that the government has identified, in that these recruits or these youths joining NYS, most likely they will be told to pay something small for their training. I'm not just getting it there. Back to that short video. That video exposes very interesting details and things here. The first thing, that video betrays William Ruto's bottom-up narrative. Yes, it betrays that narrative. Because the narrative meant that the hustlers were to come from down bottom to up. But from that video, it's clear that the hustlers are still at the bottom. William Ruto and his close associates are at the top. So William Ruto has not formed this government with these so-called hustlers. William Ruto and his team are the bosses. The poor masses are still at the bottom. That video clearly exposes that. And that video betrays William Ruto's bottom-up narrative. It shows that was just a myth, a smart campaign tool William Ruto just used to hoodwink these so-called hustlers. That's very humiliating on that hustler there. Yes. And then secondly, that video shows Ababu Namwamba is very excited as a cabinet secretary. Power has gotten into the head of Ababu Namwamba to a point He feels he's the boss, he brags about it, and is very proud of being the boss. And he wants everybody to know that he is the boss. That video also just exposes that. And it shows clearly Ababu Namwamba might be a proud kind of a person. That also comes out very clearly. Ababu is very bossy. And now that Ababu is the person in charge of youth and sports now, I believe he should be leading by example. If Ababu Namwamba felt that his shoes were dirty, to serve as a good role model to those youths and even to those people managing that NYS, those government officials, Ababu Namwamba ought to have asked for a shoe brush and he ought to have cleaned his shoes for himself. I believe if he could have done that, he could have really been a very good role model to those youths. But today, Ababu Namwamba created an impression of a boss and a servant. And I know that maybe in future, he might have just inspired those youths also negatively. Yes, he might have inspired them negatively. And the youth one day might also try to be bossy, not to be servant leaders, assuming they'll get those positions. So Ababu, in my honest opinion, now that he's dealing with youth and sports, he ought to be a good role model. Today, he was not a good role model, ladies and gentlemen. And also, if you look at that clip from a different angle, it just exposes William Ruto's government as people who are just, should I call them jokers or people still in honeymoon? It's full of theatrics, full of drama. Instead of settling down for serious businesses, they are engaging in sideshows and in drama. Because Ababu Namwamba there, upon leaving that place, I know what a majority of Kenyans will be thinking was that shoe cleaning event. So I'm seeing a government that is also having its priorities wrong, a government that does not know on what to do, at what time, and at what point. A confused government. A government very, very insensitive. And I'm saying that because also, if you look at the top leaders in this government, Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, they are also coming out as not all that serious individuals, constantly blaming Raila Odinga, constantly blaming Uhuru Kenyatta. And the things they are doing are very interesting. At one point, they are telling Kenyans to contribute for relief food. Kenyans are dying. Kenyans contribute. They take the food to Somalia. So you are seeing a government that is actually not serious, a government that in one way or the other is coming out as a naive and a very inexperienced government. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us for the very first time, but so far you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. To any other person as usual here, if you want to support our channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number or feel free to channel any kind of a contribution to the number. Those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible, subscribe, give this video a like. That clip clearly indicates this is a joking government. A government that has got its priorities wrong. A government that is full of drama and theatrics at the expense of service delivery. God bless you. God bless Kenya.